Hello, everyone. We are Sunrise to Moonbeam, a 24-hour daycare, and this is our business plan presentation. Presenters include Anjali Andres, Tamela Darnell, Jenna Purdy, Cheyenne Richardson, and Alexis Tamez. Our agenda topics that will be covered in today's presentation are the executive summary, market analysis, organization management, operations management, marketing and sales, and sources and uses of funds.
Sunrise to Moonbeam will be the first 24-hour childcare facility in Dallas, Texas. Our goal is to address the demand for childcare services, specifically for families that work non-traditional working hours. We were inspired to begin this venture as some of us are working mothers who have struggled to find reliable childcare while attempting to remain dedicated to our jobs. Most healthcare professionals and emergency responders tend to work non-traditional hours, leaving them to find limited resources for their childcare needs. Sunrise to Moonbeam aims to help these individuals find what they need so that they can continue in their career, but also know that their children are in safe hands. Our mission is to provide childcare that is high quality, safe, intellectually stimulating, and nurturing while offering assurance to working parents that their children are receiving exceptional care. Our vision is to be the pioneer of 24-hour childcare by setting a standard of excellence. We envision a future of promoting continued growth and stability for children, and we empower families and their parents to pursue their careers without compromising the well-being of their children. Our target market is healthcare workers and emergency service responders. Lower income families tend to have jobs that require non-traditional working hours, so we do anticipate having an opportunity to serve this market as well. Considerations for success: the childcare industry continues to grow and in 2023 produced $61.70 billion US dollars. Texas holds the largest market share for the industry at 45.54%. We also must note that only 8% of childcare centers in the US offer extended hours. Sunrise to Moonbeam will be the first 24-hour childcare facility in Dallas, Texas. The infographic to the left is showcasing all of the business offerings we have to provide to all of our customers. The matrix on the right is a visual representation on how we compare to others in the market, specifically how we compare to traditional daycare as well as nanny and family-based daycare.
Now we are going to discuss the SWOT analysis for Sunrise to Moonbeam. We have strengths which include around-the-clock care, revenue enhancement, convenience, and competitive advantage. We have weaknesses, which include staffing challenges, increase in operational costs, regulatory compliance, and then we have opportunities, we have market expansion, we have partnerships, client retention, and then lastly, we have our threats, which will be competition, losing clients, and staffing issues. When it comes to strengths, providing around-the-clock care, which will be 24 hours, we would be the first 24-hour daycare located in Dallas, Texas. And when it comes to convenience, this will be convenience for individuals working non-traditional hours. When it comes to weaknesses, we have to put in play that even though we're open 24 hours, this could increase the cost of how much it would be to run the daycare, which when it comes to utilities, those things could become expensive. When it comes to opportunities, when we think about partnerships, we can partner up with hospitals, local hospitals in the area, and we can also partner up with like elementary schools that are in the area to get more clientele. When it comes to threats, we may lose clients when other daycares start opening and they operate as 24 hours. We may have to lower our prices because of competition so we can keep our clients with us.
We find it imperative to our success to review how the competitors behave in the childcare industry. We can do this through the competitor analysis framework. We've identified KinderCare Learning Centers as our biggest competitors. Their strategy is to expand and reach more families. Their objective is to acquire childcare centers. We can assume that they will continue acquisitions to saturate the market, and we can conclude that they have strong resources via investors and large cash flows, making them efficient in maximizing their resources. We can predict that KinderCare will begin to expand in more areas across the states. We analyzed our business's sources of competitive advantage through Porter's generic competitive strategies matrix. When considering our competitive advantage, Sunrise to Moonbeam is well positioned compared to others in the childcare industry. Our business will be able to execute its mission through efficient operations, economies of scale, and technological integrations. Our quality of care, specialized services of providing overnight care, and flexibility in scheduling are some of the differentiating factors of our business. We will focus on niche target marketing and selective geographic location. In essence, this sets us apart from others and allows us to position ourselves in a competitive market to attract a specific group of customers and build momentum for profitable growth. Our macro demand curve is broken down into 3 markets. Our potential market, of course, is parents in the Dallas, Texas area who are needing childcare for non-traditional working hours. This may also include single-parent households. Our addressable market is healthcare workers and any sort of individual that works in emergency service settings. Typically, these career paths tend to have a demanding schedule or they have non-typical working hours. Our capturable market, when we consider both the potential and addressable markets, we can generate sales via childcare enrollments in the programs. Sunrise to Moonbeam will have a capacity to enroll 100 children. We predict that 85% of our children will come from our addressable market, while 15% will come from our potential market. When viewing our business through the lens of Porter's 5 forces, we can conclude in these 3 specific areas, threats of new entrants are going to be low, but we may face barriers with building brand awareness and trust. In terms of bargaining power of suppliers, having the ability to keep this low is dependent on us offering competitive wages and employee development programs to keep our staff happy and content with their job. The bargaining power of buyers, which are the parents in these scenarios, can be considered a medium to high barrier, as parents often select childcare services based on word-of-mouth referrals. Single-parent households tend to rely on agencies and community resources for assistance in finding reliable childcare.
Sunrise to Moonbeam utilizes a functional organizational structure. The 4 main functions of our company structure include daytime operations, nighttime operations, kitchen operations, and administrative financials. Each separate function, it has its own dependent duties and shared goals, as well as separate management. We chose this type of organizational structure just to highlight the 4 main functions through separation and also to empower each segment of the company through their own goals. By grouping employees by specialization, each department has primary purposes and goals, which can ensure departmental success and ultimately are led by the upper management. Strengths of upper management include effective communication, relatability, and empowering employees, and these are further detailed on the next slide. The graphic shown on this slide is an example of Sunrise to Moonbeam's org chart. As you can see, the 4 main functions are detailed and separated and reporting to upper management. These functions department heads are led by our organization's director, who directly reports to the owner. The key roles within the organization that contribute to alignment among the departments are the owner, director, and business manager. These 3 positions will be considered upper management as they take on Sunrise to Moonbeam's highest responsibilities. We will use a variety of different resources in order to attract prospective employees. However, the main focus will be through online advertising. This includes using websites such as LinkedIn and Indeed and social media advertisements and announcements on local community groups. For prospective employees to see advertisements in person, we will also advertise on local job boards, especially in the DFW area with colleges and universities. Once employees are hired, we will begin their onboarding process through face-to-face instruction and demonstration. We believe that this method of training is crucial for our new employees as they will need to fully understand the operations of the daycare in person. The onboarding process would last for 2 weeks with basic training and face-to-face instruction. And then after onboarding, employees will receive on-the-job training for an additional 2 weeks or until deemed ready.
As per the operational management highlights for our company, Sunrise to Moonbeam, the goal is to provide safety and welfare of children of working parents from the ages of 6 weeks to 12 years old, allowing them to have a well-rounded schedule while they are attending our facility.
In order to maintain operational needs, we have devised a breakdown of our prices, which are listed here on this slide. Just to give a rough background on what we're charging and what each charge entails for our parents. As you can see, we devised a drop-in rate based on the average price point of childcare here in Dallas, Texas. We've considered what others are paying for additional childcare or longer hours or late fees and kind of rolled that into what we would like to use as our drop-in rate, hopefully to incentivize parents to use our long-term memberships if they plan to use our service on a regular basis. This slide here is just listing some additional considerations that might be taken into account when we discuss our operations and what our funds will be allocated toward. Here I just listed a brief overview of our scheduling. We are obviously a 24-hour childcare program, with us being closed on federal holidays and school holidays as well. When we also take into account some activities that children may need to participate in order to keep that social stamina going. So that's listed here on this slide. Our marketing highlights look over using digital marketing, open houses, SEOs, and partnering with neighborhood hospitals and other programs. As for our marketing highlights, digital marketing is to attract leads and reach a more personalized audience who could benefit from our services. SEOs will be able to boost our company, putting us toward the top of search engine pages. The open house will allow for parents and caregivers to see the space, ask more personalized questions, allow them to get to know the staff that will be working with their children on a regular basis. And partnerships with programs and other places frequented by families would be a great way to create exposure and let people know that we're always there for them if they need us. Our strategy of choice ended up being market penetration strategy, as we are penetrating an already existing market, but expanding the demographics in which it's catering to. In this case, we're reinventing the idea of childcare. We took what we already know and we are making it better and much more beneficial to the parents who choose to use our services. By making sure that these parents always have a safe and secure place for their children to go while they are in their respective jobs or tending to any other emergencies they may have.
In this section, I will provide a clear overview of the financial framework for our 24-hour daycare center. I will detail the sources of our capital, including equity and debt financing, and outline how these funds will be strategically allocated to cover initial setup costs, operational expenses, and growth initiatives. Our 24-hour daycare is securely financed through a combination of state grants, which support our initial setup and operational compliance, small business administration loans that facilitate facility enhancement and essential staffing, and personal investments that reflect our deep commitment to this venture. As our enrollment grows, we anticipate that revenue from membership fees will progressively cover operational costs and contribute to future expansions. This comprehensive funding strategy is designed to establish a solid financial base, ensuring a high-quality, dependable daycare service for our community. I would also like to add that personal investment equity in our 24-hour daycare is equally divided among us 5 stakeholders, and that ensures a balanced ownership structure. Each stakeholder has committed to investing not only capital, but also their unique skills and expertise, contributing to a solid foundation for our business. Each owner having an equal share in the responsibilities and rewards of our success fosters a collaborative environment. On this slide, I'll be talking about uses of funds, and I have separated them into 5 different categories. The first category is startup costs, where funds will be allocated for acquisition and rental of a suitable building, along with necessary renovations to create a child-friendly environment. Additionally, investment in essential furniture and equipment, as well as licensing and permits, will prepare us for a compliant and efficient operation from day one. The second category is operational expenses. Here, initial operating capital will be used to cover early-stage employee wages and subcontractor fees, ensuring quality staffing and support services. Regular upkeep of the building and furniture, along with the purchase of necessary supplies, will ensure a safe and welcoming environment for children. The third category is safety and compliance. Investments in safety will focus on meeting all regulatory requirements and maintaining high standards for the well-being of the children. This includes funds for safety equipment and measures, as well as ongoing costs related to licensing and permits. Our next category is insurance, where adequate coverage through employee insurance will protect our staff, while facility insurance safeguards our physical assets and operations, ensuring business continuity under various circumstances. Our last category will be reserve funds, which will be established to manage unforeseen circumstances and enhance our financial stability. This includes a contingency fund for emergency needs and a designated fund for debt retirement to maintain financial health and reduce liabilities over time. After 5 years of successful generated revenue, we do intend on including more employee benefits like an employee assistance program and a retirement package for our employees. In conclusion, our 24-hour daycare business plan outlines a robust framework for providing reliable, high-quality childcare around the clock. With a solid funding strategy, leveraging state grants, SBA loans, personal investments, and membership fees, we're poised for sustainable growth. Our commitment to creating a nurturing and safe environment for children, coupled with our strategic financial planning and community-focused services, positions us to become a cornerstone of support for working families in our area. We are excited about the opportunities ahead and are committed to achieving success and making